Hey guys, it's Randy here at etrailer.com. Wanted to take a few minutes and test fit the Thule Apex XT4 bike rack. It's going to be on our 2016 Acura MDX. Now we've got the 4-bike version out here today. There's also a 5-bike version available. The measurements we give you to the end here are going to be the same length. And there's a 2-bike version available. It's going to be a little bit shorter, so several different options to fit the needs that you might have. There's several nice features about the rack that I really like. You can see we've got an integrated cable lock here that's going to come back, secures in here using the Thule One Key system, so you can key this alike to other Thule items you have. Stores in the mast, not going to leave it behind, not going to lose it. I also like our anti-rattle device that we have down here. This is also locking, tool-free installation. We're going to have a knob down here. We turn it to loosen it up, turn it the other way to tighten it, lock it with our key, and then that knob just free turns so nobody can remove it from the vehicle. The rack's going to hold our bike in place using 3 cradles and 3 straps. We've got 2 cradles here on the top. That's for the top 2. Then we're going to have 1 here on the back. That's for that anti-sway. It's going to help keep that bike moving too far forward and back, maybe making contact with the rack or other bikes behind it. These use just a cam lever style strap. So you can push that in, we can pull it out there. Each strap's going to have nice strips of rubber on both sides to help protect any of the finishes on our bikes. Get that lifted up and out. I'll get the bike out of the way. While I do that, take a look at those cradles. Those are going to have a nice rubber lining in them as well. It's going to help to absorb road shock as you're heading down the road. And there's also some grooves in there. These grooves are going to give shifter cables or brake cables a place to lay, so we're not smashing them or anything like that. Now in the 4-bike configuration, we'll give you a measurement to the end of the arm there. This is going to give you a good idea of how much space it's going to take up behind your vehicle when you've got your bikes loaded. So that's going to be about 40 inches there. But we do have the option to store these and tilt them down. You got a lever that's located right here at the top. Just going to lift up on that, rotate our arms into the stored position. That lever clicks back down, holds our arms in place. And once we have it in this position, it's only going to be about 13 3/4 of an inch that we're actually adding to the rear. So it's going to help us a lot in tight parking spots, maybe getting it in the garage without having to store it or something like that. It also has a tilt-away feature, same style lever as what we had on the top there. See, that allows us to tilt the rack out and away from our vehicle. It's going to give you good rear access into that hatch. There's plenty of clearance there, no interference at all. So even larger items, we could get them in and out with no issues. Let's get this tilted back up. We're going to give you a couple more measurements here. In the front, a lot of our customers ask what the closest point of the rack to the vehicle is, and in this case, it's going to be about 4.5 inches from these tabs back to the bumper. That's plenty of room, especially with that anti-rattle device. Not going to have any issues with interference whatsoever. And as far as ground clearance, we'll go right to there. Looks like we've got about 12.5 inches, so it's going to sit about 1/4 inch higher than the receiver tube on the hitch there. Now, all in all, this is going to be a really good bike rack. It's going to be very useful, and I like the more compact size versus what we sometimes see with the larger platform styles. Overall weight's going to be under 40 pounds, so getting it in the hitch and getting it out of the hitch should be pretty straightforward and should be pretty manageable for most people. And we've got some footage of this when we had it out on the test course, just to give you an idea of how it's going to handle behind your vehicle. So we'll take a look at that now, and that's going to wrap up our test fit. Here on our test course, we'll start by going through the slalom. This is going to show us the side-to-side action. This simulates turning corners or evasively maneuvering. Once we get to the alternating speed bumps, we'll see the twisting action. This will simulate hitting a curb or pothole or driving over uneven pavement.
Once we get to the full speed bumps, we'll see the up and down action. This will be just like driving in and out of a parking lot, parking garage, or driveway.